All right.
Julie Booke, and I'm an associate professor in the Department of Health and Physical Education. So my research area is really in the area of behavior in sport. Specifically, I've looked at parent behavior in sport and bully prevention. And it really looks at programs that are developed to improve the culture of sport. And I'm interested in the impact or the perceived impact of those education programs on what's happening within sport. I mean, everybody's involved in sport in somehow, whether they're a spectator, whether they participate, whether their kids participate, or their grandkids, or their cousins, whatever it may be. Sport is all around, and you know, most of us, I shouldn't say everyone, most of us have some connection to sport. And I think that sport should be safe, fun, inclusive. People want to go to it. And if there are things that we can do to improve that culture, then it really does impact many people, many citizens, to ensure that sport is fun and is safe, and people, like I said, want to go back and be a part of it. And yeah, I would say I've had quite a bit of involvement with community, and maybe I can go back a little bit and just talk a little bit about how it started. I was like driving to work one day and listening to the radio, and Hockey Calgary was talking about how they were going to require one parent or guardian to complete a parent program on respect to permit children to play in minor hockey. And I thought that was like super interesting that we were gonna do this education program, and that was gonna be sort of the door into allowing people to participate in minor hockey. And I reached out to Respect Group and Hockey Calgary, and that was sort of the first connection with community in this area of research. Some of the changes that we made, originally the program was a one-time, one parent or guardian, and that was it. And then after we conducted that research, they started to require a recertification. So every 4 years, a parent or guardian would have to do it. And Respect Group would change the workshop, or the Respect in Sport parent program is an online program, and they would change the content of it so that it was new content, sort of what's happening right now. So I would say that's one of the policies. I think the other one with the Respect in Sport program was, while only one parent or guardian had to complete it, it was available for everybody else. And so to really get that message out, so yeah, the requirement was this, but there's so much good information in there that more can come out. On our side, together with Respect Group and Minor Hockey, we wrote a chapter for a textbook that we use in a leadership and communication class within health and physical education. So I teach courses in health and physical education, and they focus on issues or current trends or topics within the field of sport rec management. I also teach classes on leadership and communication and program planning. And so the area of safe sport and leadership in that area definitely lends itself to the classroom. So bringing in sort of these real life, what's happening right now, information from research, information from those community partners, I think really just strengthens the learning and the recognition that when students graduate or as they're working in this field, that these are topics that they're gonna be surrounded by and need to think about. And you know, hopefully we're giving them some skills and knowledge and ability just to think critically about these things and what they can do and what is currently happening, what the landscape of that is right now. You know, I mentioned the textbook chapter. I think that that's been an excellent chapter in terms of really meeting the objective, or one of the objectives of that course, in terms of communication, having the individuals from Dare to Care come into the classroom and talk about, you know, what are the topics or trends or things that monopolize their mind is often a question I ask them, and how they're approaching it and what skills they need and what they would tell these future graduates upon graduation of how they need to consider these topics regardless of where they are. So I think that it just really brings some real life into the classroom and really shows students that these are topics that they need to develop skills on, that they will work on and work with when they work in the field of sport and rec management.